Well, how are you today? Welcome back to South Paths. I'm Nelson, standing on a stump in the middle of the forest at the top of Rogers Pass, British Columbia, Canada. And I've noticed something since I've been back here for, well, about a month and a half. Something that I haven't seen in Canadians before. I haven't seen people so uh, angry, angry, angry about everything, it seems like, is happening in their lives right now. So standing here on my little stump in the forest, hoping I don't get eaten by a big freaking hairy bear or something. I'm just standing out here, and I couldn't help but notice in the time that I've been back just how irritated people are. I mean, straw that breaks the camel's back. If you snap a pencil, 12 people in a restaurant will leap up through the ceiling, just enraged, crazy mad. And I see a lot of stuff happening in the news, which is mostly bought and paid for. So you know that, all the mainline media. And I've noticed that the media that's not mainline and can't be bought or controlled is suffocated or subdued, at least. Example, Bill 18C, or Bill C-18, excuse me, where it says that you cannot place any American advertising, is it, or news from outside of Canada.
Sorry, excuse me, sir, I don't mean to interrupt.
I'm getting kicked off my stump by forest forest ranger official, because apparently just over there, I'll show you, are several grizzly bears, and they're probably looking for something to eat. So I'm not going to be their Pop-Tart. I'm going to get out of here before I get eaten. I'll talk to you from down in the relative safety of the parking lot. Okay, now I'm safe on the pavement of the parking lot. But yeah, as I was saying, Bill C-18. Oh, look at that. Oh, poor little Molly. Looks like she didn't make it. Grizzly bear got a mini tweet. Anyway, Bill C-18, where you're not allowed to run news from outside of Canada on Facebook inside of Canada, from any source outside of Canada. I've put links up there from the CBC, and it had it say that you can't do that, and it won't post for me. It won't post it from the CBC. So obviously Facebook is not happy with any of the legacy media companies in Canada either. So, but I think that C-18 was not put in place to control outside influence to our elections and all of that. I think that's complete nonsense. I think they reverse engineered that problem. I think C-18 is simply because they do want control, and they do not want any leaks. They don't want the whole public being able to see and share things that they found online in the news doing things like, I don't know, elections. Like, so if you found out that Carney was a lying, stealing bastard, oh, I didn't say that. He's only probably a lying, stealing bastard. If you saw it, you'd post it. If you post it, it affects the election. And if you affect the election, then the rich bastards don't get what they want or who they want in office. That's the way it works here. You run for an MLA, it's an MLA, and then you're inside the system. And then if you want to be a relatively popular MLA, with all the other MLAs who are already in the pocket of big business or big money, you go along with the process. You go along with the program. I imagine after you're elected, they have a conversation with you, and then you're told which side of the bread the butter's on, and you better play ball or else. Now, that said, I'm going somewhere. That said, what ends up happening from that is the person who really pays attention to that bread and butter is the guy that they elect, and they choose someone, a representative, to lead their party. And usually the person who leads the party is leading the party because he's got enough favors out there. He's done enough favors. He's done enough boot licking, enough butt kissing, enough of that they know he's a safe inside guy, and he's a company man, and he will not do anything to rock the boat. So you get somebody in there like Carney, who has no experience in politics anywhere, kind of like Trudeau, but has been working for large trading companies on Wall Street, and has 3 official, what do you call it? He's Canadian, and he's got an English citizenship, and what is it? Another one, U.S. citizenship, I think. Something. 3 citizenships he has, anyway. 3 of them official. So he's not exactly beholden to the Canadian people. So people are pissed, especially people in Alberta here are pissed off. And I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but it ain't going to be good. I don't see civil war, but I see civil unrest. You know, I mean, already things are starting to look that way. I mean, I ran into 2 guys that voted Liberal, and their excuses for voting Liberal were pretty lame. And I said, like, you must be the only 2 voters in Alberta who voted Liberal. Anyhow, I'm going to visit my brother in Sicamous. That's why I'm at the top of the world here at Rogers Pass in BC, Canada. Beautiful place. I hope they get sick and tired of the BS they're putting up with in Vancouver too, and start deciding to vote in a different direction. And we'll finish this up down below at my brother's house. See you down there. Hello. So, we're looking here at the construction near my brother's place. I came to visit this weekend out in BC, British Columbia, for those of you who don't know what BC is, in Canada. And here's the view of the construction down there. They're widening the road and making a 4-lane highway through here. So down there is where they're going to make a 4-lane. You see them blasting all the rock out. And here's the lake. This is a lovely place. Houseboating capital of Canada. See all the houseboats parked there in the bay. You have this giant lake you can go houseboating on. It's quite nice. The sun goes down behind that hill in the summertime. The lake turns to wine. So, pretty nice place. Yeah, Canada's nice. It's just too damn expensive. Anyway, hi. Welcome back. That was pretty brief at my brother's house. I was only there overnight for 1 night, and then I had to run home. And I came home last Sunday. So it was like everything started well, but it like took 8 hours to get home. It's a 5-hour ride, but it took 8 hours to get home because I kept freezing. You remember we had that cold front come through last Sunday? Just everything went from 31 degrees to 17 degrees in the middle of the day. What was it, like an hour, 2 hours? Just, well, you should have seen what happened in the mountains. I swear, I was ripping along in the mountains on my bike, my motorcycle, and I swear I'm looking up at the clouds, and what's coming out of them is white, and it's only like 500 meters above me. And I'm like, I gotta go, man, because I'm gonna get snowed on. It was like 4 degrees Celsius. I froze my off. Anyway, I got back to Calgary. I'm fine. Anyway, that's it. Just a little crappy toss together video to say, yes, we are not happy. And what these guys have forgotten is what happened in France in, what was that, 1832? There's a saying that goes, when the villages, or no, not the villages, what is it? Hang on, I'll think of it. Anyway, when the huts are not happy or something, I can't remember. The palaces are not safe. So like when the houses are not happy, the palaces are not safe. Like, you know, France in the Revolution, they had those large kitchen knives that they, you know, weren't using for anything else. So, chunk. Where do you think they learned basketball? It wasn't in Canada, buddy. Anyway, that's it for now. That's it. I'm Nelson. This is South Paths. I'll be getting back to it in the Philippines here in October, but I'll drop a video a couple times a month here just to let you know what's going on. I'm still alive, and we'll touch base on some things, whatever's happening at the time. And that's about it. So anyway, this is South Paths. Hang loose. Be good. Try not to kill anybody. You know, I know we're all pissed off. Try not to kill anybody. And that's it. See ya. What the hell is this? What is this? Why would the Wisconsin Firefighters Association have anything to do with announcements in other countries about retirement benefits to be paid out to individuals in that country? This is why I really hate artificial intelligence. It's artificial, but it's not very intelligent, is it?